Hi everyone, so my name is Edmund. I'll be guiding you through for the next 30 minutes or so in an energizing flow practice. Today's practice will be working on the side body. So the side body itself can create this extension and space. Yet at the same time, it can create this integration for that stability. So today's practice will be simply pulsating within these two energy, that sense of spaciousness, at the same time, that integration to keep you stable as we go through the flow. So let's begin by having two blocks. Shorten the two blocks touching, coming into easy cross-legged. So sitting on the blocks, allow the hips to be lifted. And with that, placing the hands on top of the knees. Feel free to keep the gaze soft, or if you're feeling comfortable enough, can gently close your eyes. And take a moment to just settle into your breath. At the start, coming into centering to just simply observe. Observing your inhale, observing your exhale. How are you experiencing your breath? Is it more in the front body? Maybe for some, at the back body. For today, simply try to shift your attention to the side body. Begin to slowly even and balance your breath. Finding a steady count of the in-breath and the same steady count of your out-breath. Take your time to find that comfortable, even rhythmic pulsation of yours. Gradually, bring attention to the side body. Feel the next inhalation, the breath lifting from the hip to the base of the ribcage. Keeping this length and space. Exhale, softening without collapsing. The next wave of inhalation, feel the breath lift from the base of the ribcage all the way to the arm bone. Once again, maintaining this space, exhale without collapsing. Next, long, deep, steady breath. Breath lifting from the hip, lengthen the side body all the way to the arm bone. Exhale, once again, softening, finding your ease. Take your time to just simply explore this felt experience of the breath moving along the side body. The breath creating space, at the same time, the breath creating that breeze. And gently bring the palms to the heart space. A moment to bow. And with the next inhalation, lifting the chin up. Once again, gently blink open the eyes and welcome to today's practice. Namaste. So let's remove the block. Have the block by the sides. For today's practice will be along the front and the back. Okay. We'll begin by coming into child's pose. So for the child's pose, for this variation, have the knees close together. Extend the palms forward. This will be an active child's pose. Allow the forehead to gently rest on the mat. And with that, keep the finger pad active, lifting the elbows off. Creating this space, once again the breath lift from the hip, lengthen the side body, all the way to the arm bone. Exhale, feeling the belly, softening. Take your time. Inhale, breath lift from the hip, all the way to the arm bone. Exhale, breath of ease. Inhale. Take your time, slowly, gently exhale. Grounding your palms, inhale, lifting you up to tabletop. Adjust accordingly. Palm creases parallel to the front of the mat. Spread the fingers wide. Root to the four corners. Index finger mount. Lead the pinky side. Fleshy part of the inner knuckles, outer edge of the wrist. Knees can be under the hips or slightly back. Inhale, begin the back bend. Tailbone lift. Feel the breath move along the side body. Heart soften, chin up. Exhale, tailbone lengthen down. Ribcage draw back in. Spread the back body, chin tuck. Inhale, slow, steady pulsation. Back bend, heart soften. Exhale, tailbone lengthen down, your breath deepen. Inhale, feel the breath once again pulsating along the side body. Exhale, round the back, soften. Inhale to neutral. Slowly take the left palms extending up, inhale. Exhale, track the left palms under the right shoulders. Shoulders releasing down to the mat, side face soft. Inhale fully. Exhale softly. Grounding to the right palms. Inhale, lifting yourself back to all fours. Take your time. This time, inhale, right palms up. Exhale, move the breath, threading the right palms under your left. Right shoulders releasing down to the mat. Side of face soft. Feeling the breath lift from the left hip to the base of the ribcage. Exhale, shoulders soften. Grounding to the left palms. Inhale, back to tabletop. Elbows wrapping in, slow, steady descend, knee, chest, chin. Inhale, low cobra at the start. Thighs heavy, arm bone back, tailbone lengthen away from the front, soften the neck space. Exhale, make your way back to your active child's pose and rest. Inhale, steady, exhale. Adding on a bit of a side body extension, begin to bring both palms and drip the belly over the right thigh. Keeping this side stretch. This time, feel the difference between the left and the right side body. Inhale, breath lift from the left hip all the way to the left arm bone, creating this stretch. Exhale, soften. Adding one more variation, have the left palm slowly spider crawl towards on top of the right palms, deepening the side stretch. And with that, deepen the breath. Breath lift, lengthen from the left hip to the left arm bone. Breath exhale, slowly soften. Releasing from this variation, back to the front, a moment to ground, a moment to feel the difference. Inhale, steady, exhale. Moving on to the left, begin to spider crawl towards the left, have the belly dripping over the left thigh, feeling that extension this time along the right side body. Breath lengthen from the right hip to the ribcage, arm bone. Breath exhale, soften. Adding on variation, spider crawl this time the right finger pad, placing on top of the left palms, deepening the side stretch. With that, deepen the breath. Lengthen fully. Breath lift from the hip to the ribcage, arm bone. Breath exhale, soften. Returning back to the center, a moment once again to recalibrate. Inhale, breath lift from the side body. Exhale, soften from the heart space. Gliding through inhale, low cobra, Bhujangasana. Thighs heavy, arm bone back, tailbone lengthen away from the front, soften neck space a bit higher if it's accessible. Exhale, make your way back to tabletop. Inhale, back bend, chin up. Exhale, tailbone lengthen down, round the back, chin tuck. Long, deep, steady inhale. Feel the breath move along the side body. Soften the neck space. Exhale, breath deepen, spread the back body. Inhale, cow pose. Take your time. Exhale, tailbone lengthen down, cat stretch. Inhale to neutral. This time, taking the right palms up and slowly tread under the left. Entering a twist, side of face is soft, adding on variation. Slowly spider crawl the left finger pad forward, keeping this extension, creating space on the left waistline. Feel the breath lift, lengthen from the left hip to the base of the ribcage arm bone. Exhale, soften the neck space. Adding on variation, if you wish to spider crawl the finger pad towards the right corner edge of the mat. Deepen the twist, deepening the breath. Inhale, breath lift from the left hip to the base of the ribcage arm bone. Once again, breath exhale, soften the neck space. Slowly bring the palms back to the reset Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, grounding down. Inhale, fold the left palms up. Exhale, move the breath, tread under the right. Start the face soften. Breath is full. Inhale, gently exhale. Adding on extension, spider crawl the right finger pad forward. Keeping this extension, breath lengthen from the right hip all the way to the arm bone. Breath exhale, soften. Extending, creating the extension, deepening the stretch. Spider crawl the right finger pad towards the left corner edge of the mat. Once again, with that extension, feel the breath lift from the right hip to the base of the ribcage arm bone. Exhale, breath soften the neck space. Slowly bring the right palms back to the original place. Inhale, lifting yourself back to tabletop. Elbows wrapping in, knee, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, gliding through Bhujangasana. Thighs heavy, arm bone back, tailbone lengthened away from the front. Exhale, downward facing dog. So feel free to paddle the feet to ease into your downward facing dog, adjusting the hip, creating that fluid movement. At all times, moving the breath. And from that movement, gradually ease into your stillness. Long, steady inhale. Long, steady exhale. Plank forward inhale, moving with the breath. Knees down, knee, chest, chin, exhale. Inhale, full breath, Bhujangasana. Thighs heavy, arm bone back, tailbone lengthened away from the front. Exhale, downward facing dog. Next inhalation, left foot forward. Knee on top of the ankle, exhale, back knees down. Breath inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana. Gentle back bend, exhale, one breath, one flow, touch the mat. From the palms, touch the back toes, inhale, lift. Exhale, front foot step back, downward facing dog. Steady breath, plank, inhale. Steady control, descend, knee, chest, chin, exhale. Back bend, inhale, Bhujangasana. Thighs heavy, arm bone back, tailbone lengthened away from the front. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg forward, inhale. Left knee down, exhale. Breath inhale, rise, creating space. Your gentle back bend, exhale, touch the mat. One breath, one flow. From the palms, touch the back toes, inhale, lift. Exhale, front foot step back, downward facing dog. Plank forward, inhale. Knee, chest, chin, steady descend, exhale. Back bend, full breath, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Layering on, left leg forward, inhale. Once again, right knee down, exhale. Breath inhale, rise to the top, stay. Breath exhale, side stretch towards the left. Creating that space, extension along the right waistline. Inhale, breath, lift the left waistline up. Exhale, gently deepen, soften without strain. Palms up, inhale. Gentle back bend, exhale, touch the mat. Ground the palms, touch the back toes. Inhale, lift the back knee off from the back leg. Exhale, twist, revolve towards the left. Energize the back foot. Breath inhale, lengthen left waistline. Breath exhale, tone, draw the base of the ribcage up, deepen the twist, soften the neck. Steady in breath. Touch the mat, out breath. Lengthen, inhale. Front foot step back, downward facing dog, exhale. Move with the breath. Plank, inhale. Knee, chest, chin, exhale. Back bend, inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg forward, inhale. Back knee down, exhale. Breath inhale, rise to the top. Breath exhale, side stretch towards the right. Lifting on the right. Exhale, deepen, soften. Palms up, inhale. Once again, gentle back bend, exhale, touch the mat. From the palms, touch the back toes. Inhale, lift the back knee off. Exhale, twist, revolve towards the right. Energize the back foot. Inhale, breath, glide the right hip away from the right arm bone. Breath, exhale, tone, draw the base of the left ribcage up. Integrate the heart space, the breath, glide the arm bone back, soften the neck. Steady in breath. Touch the mat, out breath. Lengthen the inhale. Front foot step back, downward facing dog, exhale. Plank, inhale. Your choice, knee, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana, descend, exhale. Back bend, inhale, full breath. Downward facing dog, steady on the out breath. Left leg forward, inhale. Right knee down, exhale. Breath inhale, lift, space. Exhale, side stretch towards the left. Once again, breath inhale, lift the left waistline up. Exhale, deepen, finding the space on the right waistline, and then bend the elbows, tap. Using the left palm for the palms up, and then gently pressing onto right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly deepen. Grabbing off opposite elbow, inhale, lift yourself back up. Exhale, gentle back bend, lift on the inhale. Tailbone lengthen down, steady, back bend, exhale. Flow the palms back, inhale. Touch the mat down, steady, exhale. Ground the palms, touch the back toes. Inhale, lift the back knee off. Exhale, revolve, twisting towards the right. Tone the back foot. Breath inhale, lengthen right side body. Breath exhale, deepen the twist. Top palm forward, inhale. Top palm stretch forward, extend, exhale. Root to the back foot. Inhale, lengthen right side body. Exhale, breath deepen, soften. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, ground the palms, front foot step back, downward facing dog. Plank inhale. Knee, chest, chin, or your chaturanga dandasana, exhale. Back bend, full breath. Downward facing dog, steady, out breath. Right leg forward, inhale. Back knee down, exhale. Breath inhale, rise to the top. Breath exhale, side stretch towards the right. Lifting on the in-breath. Drip up and over, soften without collapsing on the out-breath. Bend the elbows, tap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Maintain that control, slowly fold the bottom palms up, grabbing off the elbow. Lift on the inhale, side stretch, deepen on the exhale. Holding on to opposite elbow, inhale, lifting yourself up. Exhale, tailbone lengthen, holding the space. Breath inhale, lift the heart. Breath exhale, drip up and over, soften. Maintain the ease. Inhale, fold the palms back, steady. Exhale, touch the mat softly. Ground the palms, touch the back toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist, revolve towards the right. Tone the back foot. Breath inhale, glide the right hip away from the right arm bone. Breath exhale, tone, draw the ribcage up. The breath deepen, soften. Top palms forward, inhale. Top palm stretch, exhale. Inhale, fully lengthen side body. Exhale, deepen, soften. Palms up, inhale. Palms down, downward facing dog, exhale. Plank, inhale. Chaturanga on chest, chin, exhale. Bhujangasana, in breath. Downward facing dog, out breath. Feet close together. With the next inhalation, for the right leg up. Square the hips. Exhale, knees towards the nose, the chin squeeze in, round the back. Stepping through right side to your warrior two. Knee on top of the ankle, ground the back foot. Swing your front palm upwards, inhale, gliding back, reverse. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Once again, using the breath to create a space. Feel the breath, inhale, energetically lifting from the right waistline up. Exhale, tailbone lengthen, holding a space without collapsing. Steady in-breath. Lean forward, easy option, Parsvakonasana, out-breath. Back hand on the hip. Tone the legs. Soften towards the front leg. Back ankle, knee, hip, ribcage, arm bone, one straight line. Exhale, squeeze the legs in, stabilize. Inhale, back thigh rolls in, glide the right hip back. Exhale, scoop the right sitting bone out, finding the right hip, lifting up. Breath inhale, lengthen side body. Breath exhale, arm bone back. Stay, otherwise next option, finger pad on the outside of the right foot. Soften towards the pose. Palms up, inhale. Palms forward, stretch, extend, exhale. Tone the legs, squeeze the legs in. Back thigh rolls in, glide the right hip back. Exhale, scoop the right sitting bone out, finding the lift. Breath inhale, lengthen side body. Breath exhale, soften. Staying there for one more breath. Grounding down, inhale, lifting up. Warrior two. Swivel the front foot in, sit back into the front leg, skandasana. Soften the breath, inhale. Steady the breath, exhale. Grounding through the right leg. So if you need to, feel free to use the palms. Otherwise, float yourself back, facing the back of the mat. Front foot glide back. Downward facing down. Plank, inhale. Knee, chest, chin, chaturanga, exhale. Bhujangasana, in breath. Downward facing dog, out breath. Feet close together. Next inhalation, extend the left leg up. Exhale, knees towards the nose, chin squeezing in. Stepping through Virabhadrasana 2, left leg forward. Knee on top, the ankle, rise up with the breath. Tone the legs, squeeze the legs in. Inhale, back thigh rolls in. Exhale, scoop and find the lift. Spin your front palm upwards. Inhale, gliding back, reverse. Exhale, soften the shoulders, creating space. Breath, inhale, glide, lengthen the left waistline up. Exhale, tailbone lengthen, holding the space. Inhale fully. Exhale, lean forward. Bend the elbows, hands on the hips softly. Soften towards the front leg. Back, ankle, knee, hip, ribcage, arm bone, one straight line. Squeeze the legs in. Back thigh rolls in, glide the left hip back. Exhale, scoop the left skin bone out, finding your lift. Breath, inhale, lengthen side body. Breath, exhale, arm bone back. Stay otherwise, finger pad on the outside of the left foot. Palms up, inhale. Palms extend, stretch, exhale. Grounding through the back foot, inhale, breath, lengthen side body. Exhale, scoop the left skin bone out, finding the arm bone back, soften. Staying there for one more breath. Grounding down, inhale, rising back up to warrior 2. Swivel the front foot in, sit back into Skandasana. Pause and breathe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Once again, use a hand to assist you. Otherwise, ground the left foot, spin yourself back to the front, ground the palm, step back, downward facing dog. Steady breath, plank, inhale. Steady transition, knee, chest, chin, chaturanga, exhale. Bhujangasana, in breath. Downward facing dog, out breath. Feet close together. Inhale, extend the right leg up, square the hips. Exhale, knees towards the nose, chin squeezing in. Stepping through, rise up to your warrior 2. Swing your front palm upwards. Inhale, gliding back, reverse. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, tailbone length down, holding the space without collapsing. Full steady in breath. Lean forward. Use a block. Block on the outside of the right foot. Hands on the hip. Soften. Tone the thigh, lift both kneecap up. Squeeze the legs in. Inhale, back thigh rolls in, glide the right hip back. Exhale, scoop the right skin bone out, finding a lift from the right waistline up. Breath, inhale, lengthen side body. Breath, exhale, soften. Palms up, inhale. Palms to the front, stretch, exhale. Ground strongly through the outside of the left foot. Breath, inhale, thighs back, lengthen the left waistline. Exhale, scoop the right skin bone out, finding a lift. Breath, inhale, lengthen side body. Breath, exhale, soften. Stay there for one more breath. Tone the legs, inhale, gliding back, reverse once again. Smooth entry, swivel back to Skandasana. Pause. Increasing the pace. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Ground the palms, front foot step back, downward facing dog. Plank, inhale. Steady flow, exhale. Full breath, inhale, spacious without strain. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet close together. Next inhalation, extend the left leg up. Exhale, knees towards the nose, chin squeezing in. Stepping through, rise up to your warrior 2. Spin your front palm upwards. Inhale, gliding back, reverse. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, tailbone length down, holding the space. Inhale fully. Exhale, lean forward. Once again, have the block on the outside of the left foot. Back hand on the hip. Roll the shoulders back. Tone the legs, lift both kneecap up. Inhale, back thigh rolls in, glide the left hip back. Exhale, scoop the left sitting bone down. Left hip joint lifting up, ribcage draw back in, integrate. Breath, inhale, lengthen side body. Breath, exhale, arm bone back. Palms up, inhale. Palms to the front, stretch, exhale. Root through the outer edge of your right foot. Inhale, breath, lengthen the right side body, thighs back. Exhale, scoop and final lift, ribcage draw back up. Breath, inhale, lengthen left waistline. Breath, exhale, soften. Tone the legs, inhale, gliding back, reverse. Once again, straight entry, Skandasana, pause. Inhale, lift yourself back up, ground the palms, step back, downward facing dog. Plank forward, inhale. Knee, chest, chin, chaturanga, exhale. Back bend, inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. So the earlier side stretch creates a space on the right side body. Moving on to the side plank flow, that integration. Try to listen to a cue. Plank forward, inhale. Transition of your choice, exhale. Back bend, inhale. Okay. Ground the palms, tuck the toes, bend the knees, lift the hips up high, balance on the right palms. Ground to the outside right foot, inhale, float the left palms up, stabilize the side body. Exhale, ground the palms, knee, chest, chin, chaturanga, your flow. Back bend, inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes, balance on left palms, roll to outside your left foot, float the right palms up in one smooth breath. One steady out breath, ground the palms, knee, chest, chin, chaturanga. Back bend, in breath. Downward facing dog, slowly, out breath. Feet close together, next inhalation, extend the right leg up once again, three-legged dog. Exhale, knees towards the nose, the chin squeezing in. Stepping through, rise up to your warrior two. Soften towards the front leg, steady the breath. Inhale for the palms up. Exhale, left palms down halfway. Thumb turning in, palms along the upper back. Breath, inhale, lengthen right side body. Breath, exhale, plug the arm bone back, cow face bind. Turn the legs, squeeze the legs in. Back thigh rolls and glide the right hip back. Exhale, scoop the right skin bone out, front rib draw back up. Breath, inhale, lengthen right side body. Breath, exhale, side stretch and breathe. Inhale, fully lengthen. Exhale, the breath slowly soften. Release, inhale, lean forward, Sangha pose, exhale, smooth entry. Stabilize, squeeze the legs in. Back thigh rolls in, glide the left hip back. Exhale, scoop the right shin bone out, find your lift. Breath, inhale, lengthen right waistline. Breath, exhale, diaphragmatically brace. Inhale, stretch the left side body long. Exhale, bend the elbows, tap. Without collapsing, maintain the ease. Full right palms off, inhale, this is your stabilization. Bend the elbows, stretch, exhale. Tone the legs, squeeze the legs in, thighs back. Exhale, scoop and find the lift. Inhale, lengthen right side body. Exhale, arm bone back, breathe. Inhale, palms extend. Grounding down, exhale, soften. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, soften. Inhale, straighten front leg. Exhale, once again, Trikonasana. Tone the legs, squeeze the legs in. Back thigh rolls in, glide the right hip back. Exhale, scoop and find the lift. Breath, inhale, lengthen side body. Breath, exhale, arm bone back. Palms for inhale. Palms extend, stretch, exhale. Ground the back foot. Inhale, breath, lengthen side body. Exhale, scoop and find the lift. Finding stable enough, bend the elbows, tap and breathe. Inhale, lengthen, don't rush your breath. Exhale, scoop and integrate. Without collapsing, if you can, fold the bottom palms off, extend and hold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scoop and move the arm bone back, soften. Stay there for one more breath. Spread palms front and back, stretched. Grounding down, exhale. Inhale, lifting up. Bend the front leg, Skandasana. Moving the breath. Inhale, glide to the back, front foot step back, downward facing dog. Plank forward, inhale. Steady flow, exhale. Back bend, inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once again, moving on to side plank flow. Try our best. Plank, inhale. Steady transition, exhale. Back bend, full breath. Exhale, balance on left palms, tuck the toes. Ground to the outside of your left foot. One smooth breath, inhale for the right palms up. Exhale, ground the palms, knee, chest, chin, chaturanga. Try to move the breath, not rushing. Full breath, inhale, spacious. Downward facing dog, bend the knees, ground to the outside of your right foot. Balance the right palms, fold the left palms up, inhale. Steady transition, ground the palms down, knee, chest, chin, chaturanga, exhale. Back bend, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Feet close together. Next inhalation, extend left leg up. Exhale, knees towards the nose, the chin squeezing in. Stepping through, rise up to your warrior two. Soften with the breath. Steady the inhale. Inhale for the palms up. Exhale, left, right palms down halfway. Thumb turning in, bend the elbows, palms on the back. Breath, inhale, lengthen side body. Breath, exhale, plug the arm bone back, cow face bind. Turn the legs, squeeze the legs in. Back thigh rolls in, glide the left hip back. Exhale, scoop and find the lift. Inhale fully. Exhale, brace softly. Next inhalation, breath lift from left waistline up. Breath, exhale, drip up and over, soften. Full breath, inhale, soften, steady on the exhale. Slowly release for the palms front and back and lean forward, Parsvakonasana. Ground to the back foot. Squeeze the legs in, back thigh rolls in, glide the left hip back. Exhale, scoop and find the lift. Breath, inhale, lengthen left waistline. Breath, exhale, bend the elbows, tap. Finding that stability, inhale, your side body brace, exhale. If you can, nothing changes for the bottom palms off, and then grab for the top elbow, breathe. Inhale fully, thighs back. Exhale, scoop and roll the arm bone back, lift. Staying there for one more breath. For the palms front and back, inhale. Grounding, steady, exhale. Tone the legs, inhale, gliding back, reverse, straighten. Exhale, lean forward, triangle pose, soften. Tone the legs, squeeze the legs in, back thigh rolls in, glide the left hip back. Exhale, scoop and find the lift. Palms for inhale. Palm extend, stretch, exhale. Ground to the back foot, inhale, fully lengthen side body. Exhale, scoop and find the lift. Lengthen, inhale. Bend the elbows, tap, exhale. Without collapsing, inhale fully. Exhale, diaphragmatically brace, balance the top and the bottom side body. Breathe. Thighs back, inhale. Scoop and draw, lift, exhale. Full steady inhale. Soft, steady exhale. Slowly release, inhale, gliding back, reverse. Exhale, bend the front leg, Skandasana. Inhale, move to the back of the mat, ground the palms, step back, downward facing dog. Plank, inhale. Knee, chest, chin, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, full breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your rest. One last side plank flow, trying to find the ease and the grace. Plank, inhale. Knee, chest, chin, chaturanga, exhale. Back bend, inhale, full breath. Exhale, tie the back toes, balance the right palms, outside the right foot, grounding down, steady inhale, lifting yourself up. Not holding, move the breath, palms down, transition, exhale. Full breath, inhale. Moving on to the left, ground the left palms, outside the left foot. Inhale for the right palms up. Now holding the breath or the pose. Exhale, move the breath, palms down, steady transition. Inhale fully. Exhale, downward facing dog, softly. A moment to rest. After that, the dynamic flow. Slow down the inhale. Soften your exhale. Lengthen on in-breath. Finding ease on the out-breath. Chin up, inhale, bend the knees. Once again, feel free to come to sit in the front, or if a hop jump through practice, either inhale, exhale. Slowly jump forward. So adjust to come to the middle of the mat, gradually grounding the energy back down. Paschimottanasana. Use a hand to widen the pelvic floor. Breath inhale, lengthen, creating space. Breath exhale for the halfway pause. Giving a halfway fold, tone the fly, lift the kneecap up, roll the thighs in. Once again, side body long. Inhale, feel the breath, lift from the hip to the base of the cage arm bone. This energy to lift up, and that exhale, can you drip up and over without rounding? Pause. Using the breath to assist the depth of the pose. Inhale, breath lift from the hip, lengthen the side body. From the heart space, exhale, soften. Last steady in-breath. Last steady forward fold, out breath. If this is challenging, feel free to bend the knees to soften the strain on the back. Moment to ground. Moment to rest. Inhale, lifting up. Coming into Ekapada Supta Virasana. We'll keep the right leg straight and the left knee turning in. Lean forward slightly. Use your hands to move the calf muscle out such that the left knee bone can ground a bit more steady. Inhale. Exhale. Rest on the elbow. Pause. Feeling the thigh stretch at the front. So at this point in time, the ankle or the knee is finding a lot of strain, please stay here. Otherwise, only if it's accessible enough, slowly rest onto the back. As the physical body releases back to the mat, notice the breath. Deepen, steady the breath. Lengthen the inhale. Soften the exhale. Adding on refinement, if this is too strenuous at the basic pose itself, please stay. Otherwise, adding on refinement. The left sitting bone or the left lower back is a bit more lifted. With the next exhalation, try to scoop the left sitting bone down as you are trying to broaden and bring the left lower back onto the mat. This will lift the left knee up slightly. Keeping this scooping action, energetically stretch the top of the left thigh towards the left knee. Soften and breathe. Stay there for one more breath. And take your time. Come into elbows and lift yourself back up. And switch. Left leg forward, right knee coming into Ekapada Supta Virasana. So you have a bit stronger muscular calf. Feel free to lean forward and then roll the calf muscle out. The toes is along the back of the right hip sitting bone. Stay. Manage energy. If the knee or the ankle is too strenuous, feel free to stay here. Otherwise, come onto elbow. Pause. So checking yourself, whether at this point in time, are you able to be steady? If you're tight in the thigh muscle, thigh, or the ankle, knee doesn't release, stay. Otherwise, you can just slowly rest onto the back and breathe. Adding on refinement, feel free to stay as you are, the gross form, or you want to add on some refinement. Scoop the right sitting bone down. Feel as you're trying to press the right lower waist down to the mat. The right knee may lift slightly. Keeping this scooping action, next inhalation, energetically stretch from the top of the right thigh towards the right knee, even though as you're scooping the right sitting bone down. Soften the breath. Steady the breath. Stay there for one more breath. And coming onto elbows, take your time to lift yourself back off. Okay? Straighten both the legs, and then just releasing the tension. So last part before we move into Shavasana, two options. You can stay in Supta Baddha Konasana. So there's the block. Have the block along the bottom tail of the shoulder blade, creating a bit of a back bend energy. So this is one option. Have a look first. You want to have the bottom tail of the shoulder blade over the edge of the block and not just resting on the block itself. So you want to have a dripping energy. Bottom tail of the shoulder blades along the edge of the block. This is one option. Opens the front and the side. Or the next option, if you wish to, if your Supta Virasana is fairly comfortable enough, then this will be your pose, Bhujangasana. So same thing, the block will be under the bottom tail of the shoulder blade. Okay, regardless if you're in Baddha Supta Konasana or in this Bhujangasana, take a moment to just grab out opposite elbow, soften the face, soften the breath. So we're not going to stay here for long, just a couple of breaths. So in this very gentle back bend, notice the breath. Are you still feeling the breath along the side body? Feel the inhalation lift from the hip to the base of the ribcage. Exhale, soften. From the base of the ribcage, feel the breath inhale, lift, drip over to the arm bone. Exhale, soften. Next inhalation, feel the breath lift from the hip to the base of ribcage, lengthen all the way to the arm bone. The breath lengthens the side body. Exhale, the breath soften. Last deep, steady in-breath. Fully experience the breath. Last soft, steady out-breath. So feel free to stay in your Supta Baddha Konasana or Bhujangasana Or you may release yourself off from the block and keeping both legs straight. Take your time to ease into your Shavasana. So there's 3 options for you. Either stay in Supta Baddha Konasana, remove the block, Pranayasana, removing the block into Supta Virasana or normal Shavasana. Close your eyes, soften, steady the breath. For those of us who are still in Supta Baddha Konasana or Supta Virasana, gently releasing yourself from the pose, a moment to reset in Shavasana. Together, deep inhale, feel the belly rise. Together, soft exhale, belly soften. Bring both feet close together. With the next inhalation, extend the arms up, stretching from the heels all the way to fingertips, creating that full body extension. Exhale, slowly hugging your knees in, close your chest. Feel free to roll yourself front and back or slightly to the side. Taking a little time to roll over to the right, stay in reclined fetus. Have the shoulder face upon your arms. A moment to soften, a moment to pause. Allowing that stillness to gradually settle in. Moving slowly, mindfully, using left finger pad, lifting yourself back to a comfortable, easy cross-legged position. Feel free to make any micro adjustment to ground the sitting bone more firmly onto the mat. And once again, from that place of stability, invite the breath to lengthen space. Together, taking one deep breath in to end today's practice. Inhale, extend, palms touch. Exhale, gently folding the palms to the heart space. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly bowing down. Lifting the chin up, blink open the eyes, and thank you for today's sharing. Namaste.